Yo, yo. Hey, it's my pleasure coming here today because some things you see I said are showing fruition. And I told you about this game with this political BS that they got you fully focused on. It's gonna tell you it's gonna come back to bite you. You better get ready for war. And you see that I told you that stuff with Skip Bayless, his body language. There's a man, a great sports analyst. Yes, I can listen to Skip. I like listening to him as far as sports, but you see, the man is very uncomfortable dealing with racism. He always has these competitive remarks when it comes to the race issue, and he really knows Shannon doesn't really know the history like that. Skip knows the history. That's why he won't bring anybody intellectually on that can really me. And I ain't to say Shannon is a dumb man. He's intelligent, but you can see he only has a limit to what he really knows as far as world history. He talks about the civil rights. He may mention some Malcolm X. He really don't go in. Hopefully his podcast he go in more. But I also told you that YouTube. We already know Facebook has racism and prejudice and colonialism, but YouTube, I told you how they censored my video, claiming that it had because I had an article written in the newspapers about how the pre it was articles saying the pre-existing conditions of COVID-19 in the black community were from the racism, the redlining, the gentrification, etc., the banks and all that. And YouTube censored my music video, J Pillar, Why Not Bird Success. They wouldn't even let me promote it or nothing like that. They have censored it. And I reached out to the CEO, the little European lady. She never responded. It's the same lady on YouTube talking about she's for Black Lives Matter, want to get black voices. I told you, claim they gave $100 million. And I said it back then. This for them not even ever respond to me. When I'm like, well, look at my video. I feel it touches on some of the things that we're dealing with today. They didn't even respond to me. You might go look at my video, J Pillars, Why Not feature Why Not Bird called Success, and see how it touches on the plight of so-called Black America. And so I like, man, YouTube seemed very phony. You know what I'm saying? And then I look up today, and now I'm seeing the NOI saying YouTube has censored their YouTube page and another YouTube page, which I'm like, what? And why? Because you're trying to come to the defense of Vlad TV? It looks like YouTube, because you start to put the stuff together. It looks like YouTube and other groups are trying to come to the defense of Vlad TV, which I think is a very terrible move, because we will come off YouTube platform. We will come off all y'all platforms. So I said before, I said again, YouTube is racist, man. It's a lot of people stuff that gets censored out here. Then they be demonetizing people pages when they started teaching the real history. The real history. Don't trust YouTube, and they probably gonna try to take this down. But you can find on other streaming platforms, and I'm gonna have a copy of it in my external hard drive where you can email me and get it directly from me for a price. Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna start censoring, and they think they're gonna have control, and what they're gonna do is make it even more a consumer to the customer. That means, hey, they're gonna force your customers to pay higher prices for real content like I'm bringing. That's why you see me now. I don't just post on these social media pages. No, we have to be partnered. No more. I might just post on social media pages for them to get money off of me. That's why they rich out here, black people, because no one taught you the business of digital economics. Facebook is a social platform, but it's also a platform that needs your content, just like YouTube. And so to see how they're censoring that, like I said, I don't agree with everything Nation Islam is. I don't agree with everything Trump says. But Nation Islam ain't damn more. Either one. I don't compare nobody around Emmanuel or some of the crap he did in Chicago. Let's be real. Democrats, Republicans, both terrible. But for you to keep censoring black voices when you claim you want to raise black voices, no, YouTube, I cannot let you get away with that, because before you censor them, I feel you censor me. I feel like you still censoring me in a certain sense. I said, hey, my video is touching on some of this stuff where you feel like you're here to go against the plight of black people. You want to raise black voices, and you did some type of telecast, and it was like, you did it so fast. Stop the games, YouTube. What's the lady name? Come on, man. What's going to happen is you're going to censor us, because to me, also like you trying to support Vlad TV, where you're like, no, we're supposed to get all this money off of black content, and you want to support Vlad TV. So now I saw you guys, I see Teesprings trying to censor the Nation of Islam. I mean, you got these Christian churches out here doing some wrong, and you just trying to what? So I had to definitely get on here today. Like I say, I don't agree with everything that Islam says. You know what I'm saying? Slug to Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, and Farrakhan, and the women. Because sometimes they think about the women, but I told you, you keep on trying to make it seem like, oh, the racism is Trump America. No, this is the United States. These people always been like this. They came here as foreigners and colonizers. Even the CEO of YouTube or even Mark Zuckerberg asked them, what year did they get here? My people been here since the Olmecs, since the Mayan. The pyramids are everywhere. The Cahokia Mounds. Cortez of the conquistadors came here and said that people were practicing a form of Islam, Hebrew. So America, low key, was a Semitic land before. If you want to call Semitic, America was there before that, and you know that. And so just to see the continuation of thinking you're going to censorship the people who brought you out your intellectual dark ages from 711 AD to 1492, man, you have another thing coming. Especially as you do this, as we go into Indigenous Day. We're going into Indigenous Day, and you're out here censoring people, indigenous people. That's why, in a certain sense, you gotta respect China, because China does not have a platform that you can censor when it comes to the United States. That's why things like Patreon, all that, are growing. Because I don't know what's going on with these colonizers. And I'm not trying to say it in a derogatory way to all Europeans, but understand, you didn't discover America. And for some reason, you still have a problem with that. But then you'll say, well, I'm YouTube. This is my business. I can do what I want to. Well, do what you want to, but quit using my people, claiming that you want to hear what we have to say about situations when it comes to our plight in the colonial America. And so I'm going to definitely tag the CEO and anybody that works there in this. You can find this on any podcast station. It's definitely going to be on YouTube. And if you don't find it on YouTube, they censored it as usual. Because they've been trying to censor everything we've been doing. And I'm going to tell them right now, it's not going to work. Because us Moors brought Europe out of its intellectual dark ages during the so-called Renaissance. And like they say, how long is the age? Because it might have been longer than that. What's the definition of an age when it comes to world history? So, like I say, I do this for the future generations to let them know. Some people out here arguing about, oh, voting, this is going to change. No, this is a Democrat or Republican. This is what they own. And we're going into the fourth quarter of 2020, and I'm coming to play to win. What are you coming to do? I don't think voting anybody else in is going to make a difference. I think this is something that they're playing as a team. And if you don't get hip to it, you will become a victim of it. So, what, family? Check out my video, J Pillar Why Not Bird. You will see it only has like 600 views, and I've been trying to promote it on YouTube, and they like, oh, because it got COVID. I'm like, wait, I'm trying to tell them, like, well, look at what I got in here dealing with COVID. I'm talking about COVID where I'm saying like, hey, the gentrification, the redlining, us not having really hospitals, that's what the COVID-19. Oh, you got the word COVID, take it out, you're going to censor it. I'm not doing shit. Excuse my language. I'm not doing nothing. Cause it's the truth. And apparently, if you claim you want to raise black voices, you wouldn't want to censor the truth. Or demonetize all these black voice pages. So YouTube, you're playing with fire, man. You're playing with fire, and I guarantee you will not defeat us. Because it ain't about Nation Islam just getting censored. I've seen many of people like Dr. Phil Valentine say, Valentine L. Indigenous great teacher said, you demonetize this page, you might demonetize a Lean Bay page. You demonetized Tariq Nasheed page, and you think we would just sit back and let you, the king, continue to try to shut our mouths because you are a closet colonial birth stealing individual? No, that will not continue. And so, like I said, right now I got things like Patreon, and don't be surprised if Patreon pull the okie dokie. But guess what? We're going to have to start creating digital platforms. It's a shame. I'm looking. I'm like, as I look at them, say, hey, they took down our YouTube page, so on, so and then so on. So no, this is deliberate, and no more will we be quiet. So hey, you can take this down YouTube, take it down Facebook, because people know who I am. I'm already, and when people start to see that I disappear on these platforms, and they seeing when I'm able to get them stuff like this straight from content creator to consumer, and raise all prices, because you could say, oh well, I pay you for streaming. Sure, I'm gonna say, hey, come straight to me, just give me $1 to get my stream. Pay $1, ain't saying, and they gonna pay it because they gonna understand that, or somebody gonna create a platform, another brother gonna pay the platform. Man, you demonetize Black Magic 363, so yeah, it's time to come up off these platforms, man. Like, it's too much going on where they're trying to silence us. So all this Trump Biden stuff, that's a distraction. I'm telling y'all, it's a distraction. Pay attention to the board. Look how the monitor, and look how this came right after. Look how they demonetized. But look how they just tried to censor the NIO just after a week after you saw the black community, us Moors, come together and say we're going to censor Vlad TV. You think we're stupid? All of a sudden, Vlad TV is canceled. Now you want to cancel NOI. Well, you cancel Vlad, we're going to cancel NOI. Man, no, that's it. It will be repercussions behind this, YouTube. And I'm telling you, Facebook, I don't know, maybe y'all think y'all smarter than us. People, we can't create this stuff. But I'm telling you, the tables will turn dramatically. Dramatically. And I don't care who. Hey, I guarantee you they want to hear what I got to say. You've been shadow banned, so karma is going to hit you. And you best believe we in the lab cooking up something for this. We going to war with y'all, because I can't believe I wake up and you censor NOI. I'm seeing Shaka Bars on Instagram saying you censor him. We will not be silenced. The revolution is here. The African Renaissance is here. You are violating the Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1787 between the Moors and Morocco. I mean, the Moors in the United States. You have violated that. You have violated our indigenous rights and our human rights. All right. So I definitely have to get on to that. I can't, I can say I can't believe, but I told y'all, because you got all these. I love my brothers and sisters, but you got Negroes out here that watch so much TV that they think TV is real. I used to be like that, watching Saved by the Bell, and that's not real life, man. People don't live. Chicago is segregated. Blacks over here, whites over here, Asians over there, Chinese, and you think you live in an area where everybody kind of mixed? That's rare, but you can't define that as real, the real world of Chicago or what's going on for real. And you got Negroes out here who feel like when you start to speak up for your people, you promoting hate. Oh, that sounds racist. But they don't understand. I know world history. I read Frantz Fanon, Black Skin, White Mask, College You Was the Miseducation of a Negro. I know what's going on. I know you're dealing with Stockholm Syndrome or, mental brainwashing. So don't come to me acting like, oh, all of a sudden you know a lot. People who out here claiming Jesus don't have it don't matter what color Jesus is type stuff. Or have to, people out here fighting people over Christianity and then trying to tag me and they stuff to help them out. No, I'm not going to play them games, all right? This stuff is real. And as you out here fighting your own people, you should be ashamed of yourself. Cause when you let them silence us and censor us, you silence future generations. So for all those derogatory remarks, it's a sad day for you because you are helping these people recolonize us or try to recolonize us. But it's a shame to see that. So I definitely have to get on here and point that out. Like, you know, I heard them say they got demonetized, their page got taken down. Dr. Phil Valentine L got taken down. Tariq Nasheed said they demonetized him. Black Magic 16 said Black Magic 363 said they demonetized them. How many more of us got to be demonetized? And also, so-called black celebrities with these big platforms, you need to start speaking out and let them know. Whoopi Goldberg, Russell Simmons, anybody. LeBron, hey, if my people not allowed on there, don't expect me to be on there. They are not for to define who we are. We are not just entertainment. We are the people that brought them out their intellectual dark ages twice. And we're about to do it for a third time. So I talk world history. I don't talk silly politics with people who never discovered America. It's a shame, but there will be repercussions as we look at the universe and the stars started to align as we go into the age of Aquarius. So I definitely have to speak out there. And like I said, it ain't just about the NOI. It's about how you have tried to censor these black voices while claiming that you really care about, you know, open discussions. I told people from them to Skip Bayless, these people are putting on the act. They $100 million where? We ain't seen $1 in Chicago. YouTube. Lowe's told they had grants. I don't know nobody even got the stuff. Who got the grant from Lowe's? Who got the grant from any of these companies that had a $100 million donation? We have not seen $1 anywhere. I don't know anybody. I'm on a Facebook page with many people. Now, one person has really said, hey, man, I got that thing. Now, on some other things, I saw people got grants, but all them $100 million things right now, we're not falling for it. And it's real because I just watched Dr. John Henry Clark, and he talked about how they start out money. See, they keep stealing money. They putting up a front. But to the world out here that get this podcast, it's supposed to be on all streaming platforms and all that. Man, speak out. Because it ain't just about the NOI. They are censoring many more people while claiming to support so-called equality. No, just support human rights, YouTube. Support indigenous rights, YouTube. Alright, so other than that, like I said, check out the video, J Pillar, Why Not Bird Success. We just dropped also Why Not Bird new video, Summertime Shy. I got up with He Real. We did an interview, Talking Good. Mr. Automatic video for the drop. You know he gonna come with that fire every time. I post up with Grand King, and I'm definitely gonna get up at the Black Chicago Museum. We're gonna definitely talk about some stuff. You know, the Miss Lene, she definitely got love her Malcolm X. Gonna definitely touch on some of that stuff too, and her family. And like I said, I just had to come on here because her family was also part of Nation of Islam, dealing with media. So I just want to get up here and talk for future generations and say, hey, don't innovate. Media is more powerful than the gun. Because I could convince you to pick up a gun and shoot somebody for me. That's how media works. So it's very important that I speak out. And I'm saying also that I feel that some of the censorship comes in connection with how we censor Vlad TV. And ain't no way in hell that YouTube, they take it off YouTube. Take it off any platform. I'm going to put it in my external hard drive until another company comes up without the prejudice, without the colonial mind, and they're going to put it right back out. What's the day? It's October 4th, 2020. So, yeah. So, if you can't find it on things like YouTube and all that when I upload and all that, or even Facebook and all that, just know this is what we're dealing with right now. A censorship. Because, and the YouTuber said, I support black. Okay, where the Moors at? The Moors history you want to touch on. I don't trust none of you guys. You don't want to pay us money for our content. You want us to create all the content and you get paid off of it. Alright? So, I'm signing off. Like I said, check out the music videos, man. I heard Teespring, who we were trying to do business with, just censored Also try to take the Nation of Islam account down, so we can't. Come on, man. It's said. So I got to go off. I'm off of Teesprings. I will not support anybody that does not support freedom of speech. It's very unconstitutional. Very. And so, like I say, places like Teespring, YouTube, I'm telling you, for to come off y'all. Y'all not really paying us like how we should get paid anyway. So it's, and we're going to get closer to the root of how you create these systems. But YouTube, you need to come out if you're serious about change and apologize and remonetize. And to the Congress, the so-called Black Caucus, you need to speak out if you're real. That's why I'm not even going. I'm gonna get into that next time. But until then, get at me. We're gonna keep building. You know how to get in touch with me. I'm on some of these platforms. If you want to email me, you can either email me at Ancient Kushite Empire at gmail.com, or you can email me at, this is just ridiculous, man. I'm just looking at them like, and I'm just knowing I feel it because they did the same thing to me. And I'm just like, for some people to say, oh, well, we want to help make change, you are definitely censoring my people way too much. And it's, and I guarantee you it's going to backfire. It's going to backfire, man. And hold on a second. You can email me at we went in records LLC at gmail.com, or you can email me at Ancient Kushite Empire Media at gmail.com. I own both of these companies. And so I definitely had to come on here and just let you know we will not be victim to this censorship. We will rise above it. Shimon Motep.